Yeah, it was a roller coaster ride for the medical lab industry in general, going through COVID and the PHE. I think that there was a lot of groups that came into the clinical lab industry for the first time during COVID, which was great. They brought fresh eyes, new ideas. Some of them were loose on their quality and regulatory, and so that wasn't as great. We're seeing most of those groups leave now. I think most of the individuals or labs that were set up to do COVID testing have sort of flushed through the system. Some of them are staying around and trying to reinvent themselves to offer other types of clinical lab testing, which I think is great because they're bringing innovation as well. The turbulence we're seeing now is the tightening of regulatory that was loosened during COVID, and I don't like that as much. I think there were some really interesting advances that we made during COVID that I would love to hold on to. We incorporated technology and barcodes and QR codes in order to register patients and deliver laboratory results. I'd hate to see that go away. There was loosening around where the location of the individuals doing some of the testing and the reads occurred, which I think was really helpful. It allowed for more flexible workforce. So I'd hate to see us go back to an old standard that I don't think makes the testing any more accurate, but does make it more difficult to leverage the workforce. So I'm hoping that that'll stay around and that we can hold on to those advancements we made during the pandemic and learn from the mistakes as well. Yeah, it was an amazing time. I graphed the number of CLIA applications that have been filed since back in the early 90s. And during the pandemic, the spike is like nothing that's ever been seen before. We went to an average of a little over 6,000 new CLIA applications being filed each month nationally. Since then, we've seen it really fall off dramatically, and the average fell down below 2,000 a month, and this includes waived and high complexity and moderate complexity CLIAs. For the last 3 to 4 months or so, it was down under 2,000 a month and has hit an inflection point where it started to come back. And so now we're seeing maybe closer to about 2,500 applications a month, which I think is a good stable number and is more in line with what we saw before the pandemic. So I think we've sort of ridden out the highs and lows of that pandemic and we're getting back to a normalized state.